news can be one of the most daunting tasks ever faced by physicians. Without proper training, breaking bad news can lead to negative consequences to both the patients, the family, and everyone involved. Welcome to MediScene, the only game show that will test your medical knowledge. The concept is simple. We have scenarios about medical situations in which two competing teams will have to find out from the story. The winning team will get rewards while the losing team will get punished. Today we explore the topic of what's appropriate and what's not when approaching about breaking bad news. Let's meet the contestants. Team A from A University.
Hey, I'm Pakor.
I am Setwood.
Let's meet the next team. Team B from B University.
Hello. Hello, I am Itpu Wenpo.
And let us welcome Professor Sharon Shura, the professor from the Medical College of Thailand, who will give us insight about how breaking bad news really works. And now, enough with the introduction. Let us start the first scenario.
Oh, good morning, doctor.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Pakor.
Has my HIV test come out yet?
Yes, it has. Take a look at this.
Doctor, could you please tell me directly? I'm so afraid to die. And I can't eat and I can't sleep. I'm worried about my parents. Who will look after them when I'm gone?
Please come down, sire. I understand your concern, but nowadays we can control HIV so much better than in the past. The people who have it and receive medications can lead a normal life.
Oh, okay, doctor, I'm okay.
Okay, I will explain the result to you. I have done 3 screening tests by looking at different antigens. The results are all positive, so the diagnosis is HIV positive.
Oh my god, doctor. Oh my god.
But the HIV infected patients can live just like a normal person. Because of the advanced medical technology in the present, there is many new antiviral drug regimens available. They can surely help you.
Okay, doctor, I understand. Thank you. It gives me hope.
I'm sure you can make it and cheer for you.
Let the discussion begin.
From the conversation, I think that is not the right way to talk about bad news. Some of the spike is missing.
I think the doctor shouldn't talk about the patient's information in the elevator. It's not private, and the doctor should explain by using simple, not technical terms.
But I think this doctor explanation is quite simple and clear enough. Oh, and what about treatment? Did the doctor explain it?
Yes, he did.
That's certain then. This conversation is clearly lack of a setting up.
Then we should correct it. How do you think the setup should be?
Setting up should be private in a place like counseling room in order to build a good environment that provide confidentially and promote good doctor-patient relationship.
Okay, and about perceptions, I think the doctor should check if the patient is aware of their state of illness or conditions and to discover whether they would like to be informed about the conditions and what their concerns are.
Okay, about case knowledge. The doctor should use simple terms in order to transmit the information, and the method should be introduced with some phrases that indicate that news will be transmitted to allow the patient to be prepared.
And about empathy, doctors should show the patients that they have established a relation of trust with them and that they understand the patient's feelings and are compassionate to the situation.
And the last one is strategy. The doctor should suggest what the treatment should be and what the prognosis is, and also to summarize everything that has been said in order to check the patient has really understood it.
Okay, I think we are ready. Let's go then.
Time's up, everyone. Team B, which of the spikes do you think this doctor is still lack of?
Setting up because the elevator is not the appropriate place to inform the patient about his conditions.
In your opinion, should the doctor be forbidden from not telling the truth to the patient about their diagnosis, prognosis, treatment risk and treatment goal?
No, because the patient should know everything about their conditions, including diagnosis, prognosis, treatment risk, and treatment goal. It is the patient's right.
And if the information has the potential to cause damage to the patient, then how should it be communicated?
I think we should apply the spikes method, especially perception and empathy.
Now we have the answer by Team B. Let's have a look at Team A. Team A, what do you think about this question?
We think it's K for knowledge and S for summary.
Because we think the doctor didn't give enough information like the doc's name or the test name. I think that will make the patient understand more.
An interesting idea, but in reality, using many technical terms can cause the patient to be confused and, more importantly, cause the patient to not understand what the doctor is trying to transmit. So, those two spikes are not the correct answer.
And the correct answer is... Setting out! Congratulations to Team B! You got my score! Okay, the next scenario will be last one. Let's start with the video.
The examination results are here. Do you want to know it now?
Oh, yes.
Okay. From the mammogram, we have found a mass in your right wrist, and the tissue biopsy results have found the pathology of intraductal carcinoma and has lymphadenopathy at level 2 of axillary lymph nodes. And when considered with the patient history of early menarche, late menopause, and long-time uses of contraceptive pills, the diagnosis is breast cancer with metastasis to other areas. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Oh yes, okay, I see.
Okay. And about the treatment, there are chemotherapy and lung excision available. Now, would you please sign informed consent form here? Okay.
Yes.
Round 2. Begin!
Gone. What do you think?
For this case, I think the doctor can apply the spike method quite well. The environment is appropriate. He also asked for the patient's willingness to receive information, and he even asked to check if the patient follow what he's saying.
I agree with you. His responses are also appropriate. It looks natural, not fake. He also informed the patient about the treatment that available. But I think this doctor is not very success in giving the information to the patient though.
How? I think he done it quite well. It sounds kinda smart and trustworthy.
Oh yes, but the important thing in giving patient the information is to use simple language and not use too much technical terms because it can cause the patient to be confused.
I see. Yeah.
Time's up! Let's start Team A. Team A, which one of the spikes do you think is the doctor from the scenario is lack of?
We are going for knowledge because the doctor in the scenario used too many medical terms. We think that it can make the patient confused and does understand what the doctors are actually trying to say.
Next is the question from Professor Chan.
Between informing the patient about bad news directly and passively, which one do you think can provoke the patient to thought more about their situation?
I think telling them directly can make the patient see the teeth that they face more clearly and realize about them more than when we tell them passively. But nonetheless, we still need to always consider about all of the spice method too. For example, you need to consider whether the patient is ready to know the bad news or not. Something like that.
I think that's a good point.
And that's Team A. Let's move to Team B. Team B, which one of the spikes did you think this doctor is lack of and why?
Our team think that is emotion.
Yes, because as we can see from the video, the doctor is too emotional. He also touches the patient. I think that can be seen as sexual harassment, which is very inappropriate.
And the correct answer is knowledge.
What? Why?
Because doctor in the scenario used the appropriate response. He has empathy and used touching as the way to help the patient to feel better, which show the appropriate doctor-patient relationship.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Professor.
And as for why the answer knowledge is correct, I believe Team A has already explained its carry.
And because of that, one score to Team A. And now, the result is here. The winning team is... Tie! And now, both teams, please come here. We will proceed to the reward ceremony. Great!
From what I know, tie means no one is winning, and if that's the case, but he must be punished.
Okay. Punishing device, come in.
ไม่ต้องแปลกใจ วันนี้แป้งเด็กแคร์เปลี่ยนขวดใหม่
Non, rien de rien. Non, je ne regrette rien. Ni le bien qu'on m'a fait, ni le mal. Tout ça m'est bien.
That's how you break the bad news. See you next time in MediScene. See you again.
Non, je ne regrette rien.